Really exciting to see so many of you here this afternoon. Thank you for spending some time with us today. I picked up my 8th app on my brand new intelligent phone. I got my 8th app yesterday. We are 25 days, 8 hours, and 26 minutes away from leaving for the field. And I'm sad to say not all of you will be going. There will be some of you that we just leave behind. Hannah Gregor, we maybe start with you. So, really glad you're here. We'll try to have you in and out in an hour. We did leave the back area open, and you'll see why later when we divide our chaperones out and send them out around the concert hall so that you can bring your forms and your questions for your son or daughter directly to that particular chaperone in charge of your son or daughter on the trip. So we'll be spending some time on the packet and then answering some questions that you may have. It's a privilege to have Mr. Justin Sands, who took over planning this trip and has done a great job behind the scenes putting everything together for us. Would you welcome Mr. Justin Sands?
Thank you. For those who don't know me, I'm one of the choir directors here. This is Sherry Bremer, I'm choir director, and Mr. Jimerson, band director. So we're happy to be kind of kicking off this trip with this meeting. Glad you're here. Thank you for all the work you've done, fundraising and getting information back to us and deadlines of all sorts. So we're really excited to be taking 279 people from Prairie to Florida.
278 because Hannah's not going.
2 charters this year, which is really awesome, and it's just going to be really great. So you're going to get to meet our chaperoning staff here a little bit later. If you have questions throughout the meeting, please jot them down, and we'll have a question and answer session at the end. So just take some notes so that we can kind of get through all the information. We might answer your question without you asking it, so we'll see. We're also taping the meeting, and we're going to make that available to you. We'll send you the link on YouTube or something, so that if some information gets past you, you can revisit that. All right? Okay, chaperones, all right.
It's a privilege of mine to introduce 16 people to you who will be taking care of your sons and daughters and making it the best trip possible for them. We'll go in the order that they're shown in your packet, starting with the women first, so that you can go down the line and find the face to put a face to the name of your son or daughter's chaperone. At the end of today's meeting, the female chaperones will all be going up onto the concert hall stage and spreading around up here. The male chaperones will be spreading out across the back of the concert hall so that you can actually bring completed forms if you have them today and you want to turn them in, or if you have information you want to share with your son or daughter's chaperone, particular health issues or concerns that you might have, you can mention that directly to your chaperone at the end of today's meeting. So we'll be going down the order from the packet that you have, starting with our female chaperones. We're very excited to have Megan Farrell joining us for the first time. We're actually bringing Megan along to keep an eye on Mr. Sands, but she's currently a liaison for at-risk students in the Cedar Rapids School District, making her first trip with us. Would you please welcome Megan Farrell? She works currently in the department, oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Indeed it is. That's a malfunction. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so today we're going to go through the packet that was mailed to you, and if you forgot to bring it, we had some out on the table, or we've got some up here. So we do want you to kind of follow along, so raise your hand if you need a packet. And we'll get one to you. So first up, itinerary, what we're going to do. Thursday, the day before we leave, is a pretty important day. You actually bring your luggage here sometime between 9 a.m. and noon. You bring your luggage to the theater lobby out here, and it gets checked in, and we color code it for which bus you'll be on, and we search it to make sure that we're off to a good start. And then from there, we load it onto a trailer and we take it out to airport security. So once you bring your luggage to us on Thursday morning, you won't see it again until it's in Florida. Okay, so just keep that in mind as your packet. If you're unable to bring your luggage on Thursday morning, you need to coordinate some way of getting it here. Have a friend bring it, parents drop it off, that kind of thing. Okay, but that is the only time we can take luggage, and that's when we need to be searching it and so forth. So that is Thursday from 9 a.m. to noon. Okay? On Friday, we have 2 different flight groups going, and I'll talk about flights a little bit later. Quite early. If you're in the first flight group, you're meeting at the airport at 3 o'clock. If you're in the second flight group, we're meeting in the airport at 4 o'clock a.m. We are checking into the Frontier and Allegiant desks. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'm told that they're all the way to the right. When you walk in the door, they're all the way to the right. Parents, we've also been asked to tell you to request that you just drop off your students. Parking at the airport that time of year is pretty busy because a lot of people are traveling. So I know a lot of parents like to walk their child in and see them off on the flight, but the airport has asked that you drop them off, and then we'll take care of them from there, I guess. So that's 3 and 4 a.m. we're meeting, 4 and 5 a.m. we take off, and we're in Florida 7 and 8 a.m. So we get a full day that first day. We have a few of you that we know are not flying down with us because you're going to be down there on spring break, and we need you to meet us at Sanford Airport at 7:30. Okay, with your luggage. So if you are, and we're going to have you meet with the directors at the end of the meeting, and so I'll talk about that at the end. But if you're not flying on the charter flight from Cedar Rapids to Florida, we need you to meet us at Sanford at 7:30 a.m. on Friday, March 20th, with your luggage, and then we'll search it down there too. Okay, just make sure we're all taking care of that. Yeah.
I apologize for that. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman works currently at the University of Iowa College of Dentistry. She has a degree in piano performance. She accompanies our choirs and many of our solo students throughout the year. It is her 5th trip with the music department. Would you please welcome Lynn Conway? In her 19th year as a color guard instructor for the Prairie Hawks Marching Band, she's making her 9th trip with us as a chaperone. She was also on 1 trip with us as a student, Miss Michelle Formanek. In her 9th year as a color guard instructor for the Prairie Hawks Marching Band, making her 3rd trip with us as a chaperone, on 2 trips with us as a student, so she knows all the tricks of the trade. You can't get anything by her. This is Kate Turner. A proud Prairie graduate from the class of 1976, now completing her 19th year teaching English and Language Arts at Prairie High School. She's making her 3rd trip with the music department. Please welcome Debbie Ehrenberger. Currently enjoying her 9th year as our media specialist at Prairie High School, a great supporter of the music department, making her 1st trip with us as a chaperone, Miss Deanne Teedy. Making her trip chaperone debut with us, and we've been teasing her that she'll be on night duty each and every night, but making her debut with us as a chaperone in her 15th year as a social studies teacher here at Prairie. She also has a sophomore daughter in band and choir that's traveling with us. Would you welcome Tracy Schilling? She served for 4 years as our assistant percussion instructor for the Prairie Hawks Marching Band. She graduated from Prairie High School in 2005 and continues to accompany many solo ensembles for state contests, making her 2nd trip as a chaperone for the music department, Miss Leslie Highland. She's enjoying her 6th year as a special education teacher at Prairie High School after graduating from here in 2005. This is her 2nd trip with the music department. Please welcome Stephanie Klein. So once again, our female chaperones will be up on stage. We'll open the curtain and they'll be up there at the end of the meeting for you to turn in your forms and share any special information about your son or daughter. Our male chaperones will be going across the back of the concert hall area and up into the elevated seating in that area. And again, going down the list as you have them in your packet. Currently the director of choirs at Jefferson High School with the senior son in the band and choir program here at Prairie, and serving as an assistant to the show choir bands here this year, making his 1st trip with us as a chaperone. Would you welcome Kent Keating? This young man is in his 14th year as a band director at Prairie High School and 9th grade academy. He's making his 6th trip with the Prairie High School Music Department. Mr. Michael Davies. In his 36th year as visual coordinator for the Prairie Hawks Marching Band, making his 20th trip with the Prairie High School Music Department. Please welcome Scott Schultz. These things must be fun, or you wouldn't come back for 20 of them. You know, there's just got to be something there. Hey, woohoo! Recently retiring after 32 years as both a teacher and an administrator in the College Community School District, he's making his 6th trip with the Prairie High School Music Department. Would you please welcome back Mr. Kevin Behrens. In his 3rd year of teaching and coaching here at Prairie High School and a huge supporter of the music department, making his 1st trip with us, Billy Goodale. Completing his 15th year of service to the College Community School District and now in his 2nd year serving as our principal at the high school after 9 years as a math teacher here, Mr. Eric Anderson. And our final chaperone and final male chaperone, completing his 6th year of service to the College Community School District, currently serving in his 1st year as an assistant principal at the high school, making his 1st trip with us, Mr. Dan DeVore. So thank you. At the end, we'll just do their names very quickly, and they will get up literally and move to an area and claim an area so that you see them and you see where they move to, and then you can make your way up to those things as well. And just a reminder, each of the directors will have a microphone on so we can add and insert things as we go throughout the program this afternoon and try to give you as much information.